Let me introduce you to the one and only Sofaygo, the master of twists and turns in the rap game. This guy's career has been a real-life soap opera full of drama, suspense, and plot twists that makes Shakespeare himself feel kinda jealous. Picture this, Sofaygo enters the scene with a bang, all hyped up and ready to conquer the universe. The crowd goes wild, chanting his name like a magic spell. It's like he's the chosen one, the rapper with the golden ticket to success. But hold on tight, because just when you think you've got him figured out, he pulls a disappearing act that would make a magician even proud. Poof, he vanishes into the air over a year, leaving fans scratching their heads and wondering if he fell off the face of Earth. It's like witnessing magician's greatest trick gone wrong, and the audience starts chanting, "Abracadabra, Sofaygo, where are you?" And here's where it gets even juicier, the music industry. It's a toxic playground where even the most talented artists can't even catch a break. Sofaygo becomes a poster child for this craziness, a living example of how no matter what he does, he just can't seem to win. It's like playing a game where the rules keep changing every second and poor Sofaygo just can't keep up. Amidst all the chaos, a rap hero rises from the ashes like a phoenix with a new project called Go Plus. It's like watching a Marvel superhero come back stronger after facing defeat. And guess what? The album was a follow-up of his previous release, Pink Heartz, dropped back in September. Fasten your seatbelts because we're about to take a wild ride through the unpredictable world of Sofaygo from the beginning. It's a journey full of ups, downs, and more plot twists and a daytime soap opera, man. After his mixtape, he unleashed his third mixtape, appropriately titled After Me, which in my opinion was game-changing for the underground and a classic when it comes to EPs, with standout tracks being Everyday, Off the Map, which actually some say birthed the subgenre of rage, and the super fire song called Chrome. And in plot twist, Bert signed to none other than Travis Scott's label, Cactus Jack Records. He joined the ranks of other popular rappers like Sheck West and Don Toliver. Bert didn't waste any time showcasing his skills. He made an appearance on the Genius web series Open Mic, performing his hit single at the time, Knock Knock. Then on a pretty fateful day in July 2021, Sofaygo took to Instagram and Twitter, proclaiming that his debut album, Pink Heartz, was nearly completed. And just when you thought you couldn't get any more hype, he hopped on Trippie Redd's album, Trip at Night, which was like a full-on rage album. Red's feature on the track was MP5, and not only added some serious firepower to the album, but also landed him his first ever entry on the prestige Billboard Hot 100. Bert then dropped his lead single for Pink Heartz called Let's Lose Our Minds, which at the time before the release was a very popular snippets fans wanted him to drop for a long time. And let's not forget about the collaboration with label mate Don Toliver on the track Smoke from the album Life of the Dawn. First he hit us with Before Pink EP on June 14th, 2022. It was kind of like an appetizer, tantalizing our taste buds and leaving us craving for more. And guess what? The same day, XXL magazine revealed that Sofaygo had made it into the prestige 2022 freshman class. Before Pink, in my opinion, has some of Fago's best songs in there, including Count Me Out and Good Day. Like crazy good songs. The surprises didn't stop there. Just a month later, on July 15, 2020, his EP Baby Jack mysteriously leaked. It was like finding a buried treasure on a random SoundCloud account called Pretty Boy Archive, which in my opinion, he definitely leaked that himself, as the SoundCloud ended up posting on Twitter and promoting it. So it was like a fake leak, you know what I mean? On October 17, 2022, Sofaygo unleashed 4 songs from his highly anticipated debut album, Pink Heartz. And to make it even more special, he brought Ken Carson along for the ride, adding a dash of extra flavor. Sofaygo then announced his album will be dropping on November 11th, 2022. It does seem like Sofaygo hit a rough patch after the release of Pink Heartz. His core fanbase, bless their hearts, were left scratching their heads and muttering, what on earth is this new sound? It's like serving them a plate of spaghetti and meatballs, but instead they got a bowl of mashed potatoes. You know, just disappointed. And let's talk about the first week sales. The album struggled to sell even 4,000 copies. That's like hosting a lemonade stand and having your only customer being the neighborhood squirrel. Poor Sofaygo couldn't even make it onto the Billboard Hot 100 charts. It's like getting lost in the wilderness, desperately waving your arms for attention, but nobody's noticing. The internet, that place of hyperpop daily, full of memes and YouTube videos, had a field day with Sofaygo's misfortune. He started making memes left and right, and YouTubers jumped on the bandwagon declaring that Sofaygo had fallen off the rap wagon. It's like being trapped in a comedy roast where everyone's taking shots at you and you're left wondering, what happened to your once shiny reputation? And let's not forget that Travis Scott factor. Sofaygo had the backing of Travis Scott, a big time cosign that should have had his ticket to stardom. People found every excuse in a book to discredit Sofaygo's piece of work. They called it boring, like watching paint dry or listening to a lecture on the history of toothpaste. Honestly, it's a bit of a bummer. Sofaygo took way too long to drop his debut album, Pink Heartz. It's like waiting for a pot water to boil, only to find out you forgot to turn on the stove. Meanwhile, the underground rap scene had moved on, potentially crowning someone else, like Yeet, the new king of the underground. And now, obviously, Yeet's like pretty mainstream now. Something incredible happened on June 14th, 2023. Sofaygo dropped his 10th extended play, Go Plus, and let me tell you, it was an absolute banger. The album is like a hot pizza with all the toppings perfectly blended, satisfying to the last bite. Sofaygo decided to mix all the different sounds from his previous projects into one fire project. It's like a buffet of Chinese food where you can indulge in tracks like We Good, Half a Post, On the Moon, and Undercover. But here's the kicker, Sofaygo chose to release the project on a Wednesday, and why, you ask? Well, we wanted to focus solely on the music itself and not just those first week sales numbers. It's like serving a homemade birthday cake without caring about how many slices are left. The music speaks for itself, and guess what? Fans were pretty thrilled this time around. The reception was overwhelmingly positive. People were giving the album higher ratings, and some even went as far as making meme posts apologizing for hating on Sofaygo's previous projects and granting him their forgiveness. Sofaygo showed us that with his talent, perseverance, and a sprinkle of self-reflection, we can turn the tides and win over even the most skeptic critics.